Everyone's wearing shirts and badges that say "I am Charlie," which means we're going to carry on Charlie's message.
Where is Charlie Kirk? Yeah! Where is Charlie Kirk?
Hundreds of people gathered at the University of Queensland in Brisbane on Sunday night to remember the American controversial conservative figure Charlie Kirk.
This is Wesley Trevor, is my name. We're going to take his message to the world.
Which message was that?
One of tolerance and love and acceptance. He would talk to people who he completely disagreed with, yet treat them with complete respect.
I asked Wesley about Australians who disagree, who see Kirk as a far-right figure who caused a lot of harm.
Just because someone's on the other side of the debate to you doesn't mean they're necessarily evil. You know, he's been called a fascist and a Nazi. That's ridiculous. He's the opposite of those things.
The event tonight was hosted by former UQ students Barclay McGain and Drew Pavlou. The organisers estimate around 800 people to have turned up. There was lots of security and there was also a student there in protest too. And because we aren't in the US, we're in Brisbane, I wanted to hear what about the American figure really resonated with Aussies here.
Well, I think everyone sees that our politics in recent years has become quite divided. Charlie Kirk, in my opinion, was someone who really tried to mend that divide. And he did that by extending the olive branch.
Barclay said many Australians feel the need to hide their conservative views and that Charlie inspired them to speak up.
I was very involved in my university political life during the Voice referendum, and when we were handing out flyers to a number of people advising why I thought you should vote no to the Voice, I often found that the total backlash and hatred I experienced from a number of people, often it was from the 40-year-old lecturer. It's about civil discussion.
A lot of people I spoke to mentioned Kirk's religious views that they supported.
We want to have the freedom to continually proclaim the same message that Charlie did without persecution.
As well as a strong opposition to political violence. Since Kirk's death, the internet has been a mix of people mourning, people speaking out against violence, and critics highlighting some of Kirk's most controversial quotes, comparing abortions to the Holocaust, saying some gun deaths are worth it for the Second Amendment, and calling the Civil Rights Act a huge mistake. This protesting student here tonight wanted to remain anonymous.
I'll die on the hill that human rights aren't political views, and this man wasn't debating, a very large majority of the time, he wasn't debating political views. He was debating/denying human rights. He is a fascist. That's just it. I know that these people share similar values to him.
On the mic, Barclay McGain made it clear that the student was welcome to express his opinion, but security were standing between the student and one man in particular, and someone did end up grabbing the protest sign off the student. Despite his critics, hundreds of Australians here and in Sydney turned out to show they were affected by Kirk's death.